This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Gianna, and today we are super excited to get to know Aaron. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Of course. So take us back to the beginning, Aaron. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you find yourself in real estate as a career?
I am from California, Folsom, California specifically. And previous to real estate, I was in law enforcement for 11 years. Got out of that, opened up a small business in the town I live in, a local barber shop. Built that up pretty quick, became one of the busiest shops in the area with 8 full-time barbers 7 days a week.
Wow.
And just kind of realized through working in the barber shop, it was a blast, but you know, I'm hanging out with all the same people, getting to know everybody locally, and just realized that I quickly became the guy that everyone goes to when they need something. So I was kind of the guy that always connected people with the guys. So I would spend a large part of my day connecting other people with ways to make money and build their business. And at this time, I was going through a lot of self-education, reading a lot, podcasts a lot, and finally decided that I needed to find a way that I could capitalize on the network that I had been building. So I came home one day and told my wife I'm going to get my real estate license, and I ordered the books and everything that day. And surprisingly enough, I had the whole box at my doorstep the next morning and started studying, and it was kind of off to the races since then. I've been a licensed agent now for 6 years. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was getting so busy that I talked my wife into quitting her job, and she had a really good job with the state and had our benefits and everything else. She worked for the state for 21 years, and she quit, and they thought she was crazy when she did it, but we've continued to build our business and our brand since then, and we just keep increasing business year after year. It's been awesome.
That's incredible. What a cool backstory, you know, to be the guy that everybody comes to for this. So, hey, you need a house, you need to sell your house, buy a house, whatever it is. Let's talk. You know, I'm your guy. That's really cool, Aaron. And, you know, was EXP your first brokerage? Did you start at a mom and pop, boutique, different
No,
one?
that's a good story in itself. I was at another brokerage for 2 years, and a friend of mine that I had actually went to high school with was at Keller Williams, and then he made the switch to EXP. And for over a year, he was on me about EXP. You know, he was a regular in my barbershop. So not only did I know him from high school, he was a regular in the shop. Plus he's local real estate agent, him and his wife. His name's Justin Padilla. And he just went, you know, for a year, he was telling me about EXP. And at the brokerage I was at before, I would always prepay my cap at the beginning of the year. I would give my broker a check for the whole year's cap. That way I was at 100% commission, because I just felt like that really motivated me. And, you know, I like betting on myself. So knowing that I handed over that much cash, I knew I had to produce. So it kind of lit a fire under me every time I'd give him that check. And that was part of the reason for all that time. My buddy was telling me to look at EXP, and I wouldn't do it. And finally he called, because we all went to high school together as well. My wife and I met in high school typing class, actually, when they still had typewriters. Yeah. So Justin happened to call me one time when my wife and I were in the car, and her name's Laura. And he said, you know, he's on Bluetooth in the car, and he said, Laura, you have to promise me, you've got to watch this video I'm going to send you. And she's like, okay, I promise we'll watch it tonight. And then, you know, we were watching a movie, whatever, in our bedroom. It was 10:30 at night. And she's like, okay, shut it off. Let's go to bed. And I'm like, we can't. You promised Justin we watch this stupid video. So now we got to waste another half hour watching the video.
Oh, wow.
And it was Brent Gove. Yeah, it was Brent Gove. And Brent Gove's friend of ours now. And, you know, I watched that video and I fell asleep till 1:30 in the morning or so, because I was so excited and so like bummed out over the opportunity that I missed, because the EXP model is just tailor made for me and how I network and how many people I know and everything that comes with it. So at that time I had a team. So I ran the video by the team. We had a meeting, gave everybody a week to think about it and try to find ways to dissect it. And I was trying to pick it apart. And, you know, Justin's telling me about Brent Gove and this and that. So I'm like, okay, we'll see if he'll meet me. And, you know, Brent's next level. That guy's busy. He's crushed it in business. He was the #1 guy with Keller Williams and Remax. And he was wealthy and well off before EXP, but that EXP's propelled him to a whole nother level. And I didn't know him at all. And he met me for coffee and spent an hour with me. And it was awesome. And we ended up making the switch. My whole team and I made the switch the following week. And it's been the best move I ever made. And I get recruited probably every week or every other week. And at this point, I would not leave EXP if another brokerage cut me a check for $2 million.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I really would. Yeah.
And I like how you said, you know, like the gears were spinning in your head. You couldn't go to sleep that night. You saw the model, couldn't unsee it. You tried to dissect it. And you're like, you know what? This is the thing. We got to make the move. I missed out earlier, you know, on stock options. Who knows how much money you left on the table with that, a cap and everything else that EXP gives you the opportunity to earn back, which is really exciting. And Aaron, now that you're over here with EXP and, you know, it's the way you network, you liked it from the start. But what is something maybe you didn't expect when you first made that move that you've fallen in love with now?
I didn't expect the collaboration. I have direct access to everybody. I was on a Zoom call with Brent this morning. The direct access to so many high producing agents. That's what I try to tell these other agents that are at brokerages. You know, you're not realizing it, but the person that's teaching your meetings and running your training in your office closed 9 deals last year. You know, like you're learning from people that aren't at a level that you want to be. Like at my last brokerage, I was the top producer in the office. I don't want to be the top producer in the office. You know, I don't want someone teaching me that closed 9 deals in a year. I want someone teaching me that's closing 9 deals this week. Yeah. And when you plug into EXP, the people that you're learning from are just next level, you know, so that just helps inspire me. It's like going to the gym you don't want to go work out with the weakest guy in the gym. You know, you want to work out with one of the strongest guys to help you get stronger. And so EXP, you're able to plug into those type of people and that type of mindset, that type of production. You know, you're around guys that are making $1 million+ a month, not $1 million over the next 10 years, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong, but you know, my personal goal is 100,000 a month. My mission is to make 100,000 a month, and by being around other people that are equally driven and having access to those people, it helps. I mean, there's no way it's not going to help. So that's probably the biggest thing for me. I always give the analogy, if you're a new broker or if there's people listening that are at other brokerages now, picture when you're brand new and you're walking through the door and you're going through the office of all these top producers and teams and whatnot. And basically those doors are closed as you walk down the hall. And EXP, not only are those doors open, but the top producers behind the door are going, come on in, let me show you how we do it. And it's a genuine interaction, and people genuinely want to help your business grow because of how the EXP's business model is set up. It's just so conducive to teamwork and collaboration. It makes you want to attract more people. It makes you want to help your agents. So, you know, I've got brand new agents. Just one of them was doing an open house yesterday. She'd only done one, I think, ever, or maybe none. I don't remember. And I went over there, helped her set up. You know, another one of my guys just did his first one. Same thing. We're just helping, and it's a game changer for sure. I mean, at this point, anyone that remotely has a business sense has to look at it objectively. I also give the comparison that if you and I worked at a Chevy dealership and we kept asking our boss what he thought about Ford, what's he going to say? He's going to say, Ford sucks. Chevys are the best. Stay here. And I think that's kind of what happens in these different brokerages. They get such a negative vibe about what the company's about. They never really open their eyes to see for themselves. And it's costing them a lot of money. Absolutely. Like it cost me for a year, you know, it cost me a lot of money, a lot of opportunity.
Right. You're right, Aaron. And it's it sucks to look back and see everything that you left on the table, but you're so excited, you know, for the future. And these stocks right now, they're low. These are some low stocks.
Yeah.
And I can only, like, you know, as much as you're like, the stocks are low right now, they're going to go up, right?
Yeah. Well, within the first 3 years of the company through stock alone, I hit just under $1 million. My other brokerage, any other brokerage, you don't get anything. You get nothing. And EXP, I mean, granted, they've came down since then, but the stocks have also split. And, you know, a lot of what I have are free stocks anyway, so I'm not complaining about it, but I cashed out enough to pay off my last home. Crazy. So, like, literally has changed our life. That's why when I talk and I say I wouldn't leave for a $2 million check, I wouldn't leave for a $3 million check. Keller Williams called me today and offered me $3 million to switch. I wouldn't do it. And I just have so much faith in the company, and I'm so such a believer in what they're doing. I'm here for the long haul.
Absolutely, Aaron. That's really cool. And, you know, before we get into more of what iconing is all about, let's talk about Aaron. You know, you said you're a husband, you're working really hard. You're obviously high production because you're on the Icon podcast. So how do you take a step away and draw some lines and recharge, chase that, you know, work-life balance that everybody's after? How do you make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well?
Well, you know, I have 3 kids, a mortgage. You know, work-life balance takes a second seat to me, making sure all my ducks are in a row for my family, you know. So plus I love the business. I'm such a business nerd. Today I've probably consumed 2 hours worth of podcasts already. Before the end of the day, I'll probably have 4 to 5 under my belt between podcasts and books. I'm just a real big fan of self-education and learning. That, to me, it's not working. And because so much of my business is referral and friends and family and people that I know, it's like, it's fun. You know, I get to go help my friends find a house or sell their house and get them top dollar. So it doesn't feel like work. It's more fun. I really enjoy it. But with that being said, I'm always on the lake surfing and wakeboarding and going to the gym, and, you know, we rip dirt bikes. You know, we have fun, believe me. But work is also fun to me. I don't look at it in a negative light at all.
That's incredible.
I enjoy
Very few people in this world get to say that, Aaron. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. It's awesome. I've worked so hard. You know, for 11 years, I risked my life for such little pay that when I hear real estate agents complaining about the work that we have to do and what it really entails, you know, I guess I have a different perspective. Seeing what I've seen over the years and having to work hard and do other types of jobs, it's a blessing. You know, I look at it as a blessing every day.
Absolutely. And Aaron, you know, let's dive in a little more to the icon aspect of it all, right? You've got some high production that you need to get done there. That's kind of the first, I guess, milestone when it comes to iconing. So in your market in California, about how many houses do you have to sell to cap? And then, you know, obviously, what is it, like 20 transactions after that?
Yeah, you have to do 20 transactions after you capped. I don't know how many I have to sell. I know this year my reset date was March, and I was capped before the end of March.
Okay.
So I capped within 30 days, and then, you know, I've got the next 11 months to sell 20. So we'll do that for sure. We're on track, even things slowing down a little bit, but should be good. I've got my
crazy good.
Here's my sloppy whiteboard in my office now. So we got some stuff we're working on.
Absolutely. Lots of thoughts flying in there, brainstorming. That's incredible. And Aaron, as far as iconing goes, it's a little more than production. You also have that cultural commitment. So it's like vetting other icons, or you can teach an EXP world, be a mentor. Which one of those avenues did you take?
You know, Brent Gove actually puts on some massive events where I'm at. So I've been a guest speaker in those several times, live. So the last one, there's about 550 people. I was one of the 2 speakers for a couple hours. So I do that. My wife's actually signing up to be a mentor. I've taught the classes in EXP world. Teaching in EXP world is easy. You know, I'm in my jammy sitting on my sofa while I do that. That's rad. It's a little more nerve-wracking in person, but I do that type of stuff.
Awesome. Really cool.
Yeah.
And then a lot of benefits come with being an icon agent, right? You get your cap back in stock, the opportunity to earn it back in stock, little bits by, okay, we got there, cool. And then we've got shareholders, EXP Con, etc. So you also get the big shiny glass trophy and everything else. So what about?
Yeah, I just got one the other day.
Did you, in the mail?
Yeah.
All dressed up? That's awesome. What's your favorite part about iconing? What makes you say I've got to do it again next year? Because there's a lot of benefits to it.
Well, yeah, the benefits are huge. And that's, those stock awards I got within the first 3 years, that's, a lot of that is, the stocks compound. At the time, EXP was just running away with it. I think it hit 160 something a share, and then the shares split. And, to work for a company that rewards you and gives back based on your production, based on you helping others grow and helping the company, it's just such a genius model. And, I can't believe other places haven't figured it out or aren't trying to implement it. But the best way I could explain iconing is like you're rewarded further for doing your job. So not only are you rewarded, through closing deals in your bank account, what you're able to make that way, but you have a company that rewards you for working hard. And it's crazy that EXP is kind of going all in on high producing agents, and it's genius. And it's a great way for them to get other producing agents to join up. So,
yeah. And talk about employee retention. I mean, you said you got offered a $3 million check and you're like, nah.
No, I didn't get offered it. But if I was, I wouldn't leave.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you said they called you this morning offering you $3 million.
No. I said if they called me this morning, I wouldn't leave. I'd turn it down. The upside is too great.
$3 million, but
yeah, no.
Lots to say about it.
Yeah.
Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah,
right? Because I was kind of like, this is crazy. $3 million, but of course, all the benefits that come with EXP. It's a long-term investment, and it's just been awesome to talk to icons and see how they're enjoying it and utilizing the model. And Aaron, let's put you in a scenario here, right? So say I'm a brand new agent, just got out of real estate school, have not even written an offer letter yet. And, you're mentoring me. I'm under your wing a little bit. I'm on your team, whatever you want to do about it. And I come to you, Aaron, and I say, hey, I know I'm a rookie, but I think I really want to icon this year. Let's have this come to Jesus talk. How do we work this problem backwards? What kind of goals do we need to be setting? Is this realistic?
Well, I think it's realistic. I hate when people put limits on themselves. So if it's, I'd say if you're going to do it, I'll help you get there. And here's what you got to do. I'm a firm believer in open houses, circle prospecting, things like that. I personally don't buy leads for my business at all. Everything that we've got is self-generated or open house conversions, or, we do circle prospecting and things like that. But I would absolutely help someone do that, as long as what I found in real estate is most people want to make money, but most people don't want to put in the time that's required to do it. So I'm an icon agent, so that means I'm a relatively high producing agent, I guess. But in my mind, that's only compared to the other agents that are in the industry. To me, to do that type of production is kind of what you should be doing if you're taking your business serious. And, like I said, I've got a family, I've got kids. I take my business serious because I have people depending on me. Mm-hmm. So I continue to put myself in a position to succeed. I continue to network. People know I do real estate everywhere I go. I have my real estate shirts. I'm not wearing one now, but typically I'm wearing t-shirts that have my logo on it, hat with my logo on it. Everywhere I go, people know that I'm a realtor, and that alone sparks up conversations from a $10 t-shirt, but people don't want to do that. And I look at it like fishing. If you're going to catch fish, you have to have your pole in the water. And so many agents, they want the fish, but they don't want to take the time to go fishing, or they don't want to sit that open house where maybe only 1 or 2 people come. Right. So I just keep putting myself in a position to succeed, and those that are on my team. And as far as being on my team, I will say that I no longer have a team structure, team splits, anything like that. Pretty much anyone that joins EXP with me is now on my team just as much as I'm on their team. So like I encourage my agents, hey, if I have a listing, I want you to take those photos, rebrand it, throw it in your EXP flyer, make it look like it's your listing. I don't care. I'm not going to get mad. So many agents are protective over that. I don't care. My job's to sell the house, make it look like it's your listing, make it look like you're busy, whatever you have to do. And just collaborate and work with them to help them get to the next level. By joining EXP with me, they get to plug into me and everybody associated with me. So that's how we do it now. So
that's that sense of collaboration, right? A rising tide raises all ships.
That's right.
So, like, you gotta love that, and that's just the morale around EXP and the leaders here, and it's incredible. And Aaron, for my last question, that would be, when you first heard about EXP, you're like, I'm not coming over there. Don't even try. Like, and there are people out there saying, hey, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a cult, this and that. So if you could go back to yourself when you were a little bit of like skeptical of EXP, or maybe somebody watching right now is in those same shoes, right? They see the greener grass. They're scared to make the jump. They've got that sense of loyalty, everything else with it. What would you have to say to either yourself when you were in that situation, or somebody right now looking to make the jump, but they're scared?
Well, I've kind of came up with a motto throughout my life, and I was mad because one of my main mottos is that the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people are successful people will recognize and act on an opportunity, and unsuccessful people won't. And for a year, I didn't want to hear what my buddy had to say, because I thought this brokerage is the same as that brokerage. And what's the difference? How could it be so different? I'm comfortable where I'm at. I know everybody, whatever. But once I realized what it was, I was just real closed-minded for a whole year. And, back then stocks were next to nothing. I mean, it was just so idiotic. I'm so mad that I did it, but it took me a year to do it. I always tell people, it's not a matter of if you join EXP, it's just a matter of when, because the business model, as real estate agents.
Aaron, I don't know why, but I lost your audio for just a second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Am I good?
Okay, I can hear you too.
Yeah. So I don't, since we're all real estate agents, we're in business for ourselves. So if you're truly business minded, you have to look at what everyone has to offer, not just EXP even, but what everyone has to offer. And I can tell you, because I'm recruited heavily and I've looked behind the scenes at everything, there's nothing better than EXP. And I'll also throw the caveat out there that I'm not one of these guys that drink the Kool-Aid from whatever brokerage and I'm a diehard. Believe me, something's better shows up tomorrow, I'll go, because I'm a businessman and I can look at it objectively. But EXP is absolutely amazing, and I haven't seen anything out there that can even come close. And I've been behind the scenes of it. I know a lot of the higher ups within the company. I've been with them, and there's nothing better. It's so genuine. Jason Guessing, I don't know what his actual title is, but he's super high up with the company. And him and Brent, he was here a few years ago, and I was an Icon agent, but I was still, somewhat of a rookie. And he happened to be in town, and Brent called me, and I was leaving the gym. He's like, "Hey, Jason Guessing's in town. You want to grab coffee with us?" And we went and had coffee for an hour at a coffee shop, and I'm in my gym clothes,
Yeah.
And it was just cool, it was just real, That's how I would describe it. It's awesome. If anybody's thinking about it, I would strongly recommend it.
Yeah, reach out to Aaron if you're watching this. You feel like that's somebody you'd vibe with. We live in a metaverse. It's digital, so emails, Facebook, whatever it takes. Get in touch, ask the questions, do your due diligence, do your research, find out what's up with EXP, and if you think you like it, the best place to go is the source.
Yeah. There's a reason the people with the big teams, the people that are producing the highest. There's something that goes hand in hand with having that business mindset and, knowing where to apply it, knowing where to make the moves, knowing what to do. And, it's no accident everybody's moving to EXP.
Right. Absolutely. Success leaves breadcrumbs. That's what they say.
Yeah. And I'm following them all the way to the bank right now with EXP.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You gotta do it right. And Aaron, are you going to be at Shareholders?
No, not at Shareholders. That's in Florida, right?
Yes.
No.
EXPCon though?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I'll be at EXPCon, so we'll have to get connected in real life and maybe do an in-person little short podcast spin-off, whatever you want. But
Aaron, that'd be rad.
Yeah, it would be so fun. Aaron, it's been an awesome opportunity getting to know you, your story. Is there anything you want to leave the listeners with today as we wrap it up?
I would say just think bigger than what you think is possible. think bigger, go bigger, surround yourself with people that think bigger. If you're the top producer in your office, you're in the wrong office. And realize the potential's out there. There's no ceiling in real estate. So don't settle for making 60 grand a year, 70 grand a year. My goal is 100,000 a month. I've been hitting that this year, and next year it might be 200,000 a month. And I don't know, just think bigger, go bigger, study business, continue to read, self-educate, and sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Aaron, thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to connecting with you at EXPCon. And if you need anything in the meantime, feel free to let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
Aaron, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye, guys.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.